Today, we're going to talk about the best planner for entrepreneurs. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to talk to you about the best planner or planners that I have used as an entrepreneur or in my professional career to help myself get organized. Now, a little bit of background information about me. I'm a pretty organized individual. Matter of fact, if you look behind me at the bookcase, it stays that way all the time. My desk is perfectly clean. A lot of that is because I was brought up that way. My mother kept an extremely neat house, so much so that the joke is that it's a museum sometimes, and that you could run a white glove across there and you wouldn't find any dust. And so I'm used to being very, very organized as an individual. And of course, in my professional life, as I stayed more organized, it helped me get a lot done. And so I have always been a big fan of using a planner, whether that's paper or digital or whatever, to keep myself more productive, keep myself on task, keep myself focused. So today I'm going to actually be running you through three different options that I have used in the recent past or am using right now. And I'm going to talk you through some of the pluses and minuses that I see from those planners, and also showing you some screenshots or video of them so that you can get a sense for what they look like in case you're interested. Now, before I get to the actual planners themselves, I do want to tell you that if I link to some of these for you, realize that they are not affiliate links. I'm not being compensated to share this information. This is not an ad, none of that. I'm literally sharing it as a resource for you in case you like to use these types of tools. So let's get right to it and take a look at some of the planners. All right, before we get to the digital planner that I'm going to show you, I want to show you the two physical or paper planners that one I've been using for about 9 months, and the other I have bought recently because a smart Instagram ad popped up and suggested I buy it. And I bought it because it has some features to it that the main one that I'm using right now does not. So I want to share with you these two planners. I tried to do a video for you showing you from a closer perspective, but I'm just having some technical issues and I just need to move on. And so I'm going to show you a few things as best I can by holding it up to the camera here. But this is the Full Focus Planner by Michael Hyatt. If you've not looked at him, check him out at michaelhyatt.com. I bought this probably about 9 months ago, not this one, but another one, because these actually run 1/4 of a year at a time. So if you buy this, you're going to be buying 4 of these per year. This generally runs, I want to say, about $35 or so, which is a little bit higher than the next one I'm going to show you, not because of the retail price, but because the next one offered some discounts. And I didn't get this Full Focus Planner from Michael Hyatt on a discount, but I enjoy it. My original one was a little bit of a different color. It's back here behind me on the bookshelf, and I went all the way through it. The reason I bought a second one of these is because the first time I used this, that first quarter I used it was the fourth quarter of last year, 2019, and I had a ridiculously productive fourth quarter. I don't know if it's entirely attributed to the Full Focus Planner, but certainly it kept me focused, largely because I put some really aggressive goals in there, and I'll show you that in just a second. So bear with me as I flip through this. Since, again, the original recording didn't work, I'm just going to try it this way. So I'll be holding it down to flip to a section and telling you about it. Of course, it gives you a place to put your name and all those kinds of things, and then some contents. But the first section you're going to get is an annual goal section. And in there, you can put your annual goals. You may not be able to read what I just wrote because I write like a doctor. Within those annual goals, you're then going to get a goal details section. And that is the section that really made me so productive during that fourth quarter of 2019. If you saw, I had a slash. When I held that up, I had a slash through many of them. That is because I accomplished in the old planner almost every single goal I had set for myself. And they were really, really aggressive goals. And this Full Focus Planner was the first to introduce me to the idea of what you're going to see in some of the other planners that's called a habit tracker. Now here they call it a streak tracker. It's actually at the very bottom right here. But what you could do is every day that you put in toward that goal, you just check it off. And so if you want a quick reference of the amount of energy that you're putting toward that goal, that's one way to do it. So that's your goal section, and it gives you room for, gosh, about 12 of them. Now, if you've listened to anything I do, you probably know that I'm a huge fan of the book called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. It's actually right over here to my right. And so I don't recommend having 12 goals in a given 3-month period. That's probably just too many to focus on. So I picked 3 or 4. I may have added one more after I accomplished one early in the quarter. Next, you're going to get into a typical monthly calendar in here. I didn't use that because I just didn't see a need. When I do a calendar in terms of reminding myself of stuff I have to do, I use I obviously use technology like my phone or a Google Calendar. Then you've got a daily rituals section, which is really cool. You've got a morning ritual, a workday startup ritual, a workday, wow, this is awkward, a workday shutdown ritual, and an evening ritual. And I do like those. And you'll see how they tie into the dailies here in just a second, because they help me think through sort of how to get my day rolling and how to end my day on a positive note. After that, you get what's called an ideal week. I'm not going to show you that section because it's got some personal stuff on there, but it encourages you to draft out what your ideal week is going to look like, and to think about that as you go through the quarter. After that, we really get into the bulk of the plan itself. And you're going to see this one's empty again because this is the one I'm working out of right now. So here's a sample. This is Wednesday's planner. You can see those rituals are up here. So every day you can mark off if you're doing them. And then here you set yourself 3 main tasks that you're going to accomplish that day. And then it gives you a space for some other tasks. Now you'll see here, this is sort of like a calendar, and I do list the things that I'm doing, but again, I really manage my calendar from using technology like a Gmail calendar. And then on the right side, this is the big difference between this full focus planner and the next one I'm going to show you. On the right side is a full page of notes for you to use as you're having conversations and discussions with people throughout the day. So that goes through every day of the week. It was also undated. I didn't show that to you, but it was not dated, so it could work for any quarter, or you can start at awkward months or uneven months, or however you want to do it. Then the next important part about this full focus planner is after the end of every week, you're going to do a weekly preview. Now, this is actually for the week coming up, but it has you reflect backwards on the week you just finished and the things that you did well. So on here, you're going to talk about things that how far did you get on your 3 main tasks that you set yourself for the week, not each day, but you're going to each subsequent week, you're going to set 3 main tasks you want to accomplish. You have to enter how much you've completed. It'll ask you what worked and what didn't work. What will you keep, improve, and stop doing? And then a weekly overview, both personal and professional. Now it's blank, no guidance there. It's just kind of asking you, how did things go? And then the 5th step of that weekly preview is listing the upcoming 3 main things you want to accomplish in the next week. And then there's a step 6, which is they call a self-care planner. It says sleep, eat, move, connect, and relax. And you're sort of just jotting down what you want to accomplish in those areas. So again, a quarter's worth of stuff each week, each individual day, with a nice notes section along the way, and then a weekly preview after each one of those. And then the last thing I want to show you on Michael Hyatt's Full Focus Planner is that toward the back, there's a variety of things. There's a notes section, a sketch section, but he does have an index here where you can index and note the page that you talked about a particular topic. Now, I find that important because, with a digital planner, you can search those and you can access information a lot quickly. Certainly an index on a paper planner helps out, but I just don't see it as valuable as a digital planner's search function. So again, on this one, this is what I'm currently using. Since the title, this is the best planner for entrepreneur, this is probably the version that I'm going to keep using, which is interesting because the reason I bought the next one I'm going to show you is because it is less expensive than Michael Hyatt's Full Focus Planner. Now, any planner that helps you get the job done and well is worth the money. But again, over a given year, you're going to buy 4 of these, which means you're going to spend, if my math is good, somewhere around $140 plus shipping and handling. While it's not a ton of money, a digital planner like the one I'm going to show you, you can get for a one-time fee and then use it the rest of your life. So That's kind of the pros and cons on this one. But again, I do expect this full focus planner will be my go-to moving forward. But I did buy another planner and I haven't tried it out yet. So that could change. And let me show you that one. That's called the Next Level Planner, and I actually bought two blank ones. They're the exact same planner. They just look different. This one's black with sort of a glossy finish, and this one looks a lot like the Full Focus Planner. You can see Next Level Daily there. It's a great planner. It's a little bit smaller than the Full Focus Planner in terms of size, and but it is a quarter at a time. And so I want to show you the main differences between the Full Focus Planner and this Next Level Daily planner. And really, if I summarize it to you, the biggest difference is that this planner, the Next Level Planner, has a lot more of a focus on your personal life. Certainly you can use it for professional means, but you're going to see some of the sections I show you have you focus even more on your personal life and the things in it. And it starts right away with a personal mission statement that you need to make. And then here, this is a great section. You know, mentors are important in your professional career. And this section actually has you write down who those mentors are, who those mentors are, and that keeps you mindful about how regularly you're connecting with them. The other section about this one that's really cool, hopefully you can see it here, is it goes through life balance with you. It has you think about nutrition, fitness, sleep, happiness, mood, focus, perspective, family, friends. Again, these are all very much personal things. You do get into net worth, income, investments, contributions to individuals, to society, and you're supposed to each quarter score yourself how you're doing in these areas and then set a goal for yourself. And this has you think that throughout the quarter. You know, where can you improve your balance? Where do you need to let go of balance? Because oftentimes saying no to things is just as important as saying yes. From there, it moves on. There's some vision statements. This runs all the way out 3 months, 1 year, and 5 years, which is really cool. You know, Michael Hyatt's Full Focus Planner has got you thinking through some goals, but I don't know that it has you focused out, 5 years at a time with a vision statement. Then it gets into calendar. And then after that, that's really outside of the dailies. That's really the end of what this Next Level Planner offers. There is a notes section in the back. And there is the habit tracker I alluded to. You'll notice it's a little bit different than Michael Hyatt's. It's quite a bit bigger. And then you talk about where you're most consistent, least consistent with that. But let's take a look at the daily section, because again, this is pretty different than the Full Focus Planner. And I'm anxious to see how I like it once I do start using it, because that is my plan, is to stop. Once I use up all I have of the Full Focus Planner, I'll try these two out for, I guess that'll be 6 months, assuming I enjoy it enough to stick with it. And then I'll go back to the Full Focus Planner if I determine it really is the best planner for me as an entrepreneur and as an individual. But again, the main differences with this one is you do start out talking about a morning routine, but it asks you specific questions. Instead of you entering what you're doing for your morning routine, it's wanting you to think about hydrating, moving, what is this? Breathing, visualizing. So really cool stuff there. You do have an agenda section here with hours and some smaller notes section. Now remember, the Full Focus Planner had an entire page set aside for notes. Again, I think that the distinction there is because it's more professionally focused, in my opinion. On the right side where the notes are for the Full Focus Planner, in the Next Level Planner, you're getting priority actions, important actions, non-urgent actions, and a small note section. And then if you'll look right here, this is kind of neat. It has a daily checklist. Did you exercise? Nutrition goals, sleep, meditate, personal time, challenge myself, gave back. You could include all those things on the Full Focus Planner as goals, but they're not called out for you. So really, again, I think of this Next Level Planner as one that is a bit more personal focused, a bit more personal goal focused, maybe a little bit closer to the idea of a journal. Now, I do keep one of those separately, but that's a discussion for another time. I believe I've blogged about that over on my personal website in the past. So a little bit more personal focus with the Next Level Planner, and a little bit more professional focused with the Full Focus Planner, which is what I'm using right now. I'll switch over to the Next Level to try it out after I'm done with that. Let's take a look at the digital planner I've been using. All right, guys, so here I want to show you my digital planner that I've been looking at. It's called the Boss Planner. At least that's the best I can tell. And you can already see struggling with the tapping on the device with the Apple Pen. And so it's one of the things I've been concerned about with the digital planner is being able to really, manipulate it the best way. You can also see because the planner is so big, I'm having to skim back multiple pages just to get to the beginning to show you. Now that was some success planning pages, then a reading list and things like that. The key I want you to see with this planner, a nice habit tracker, right? I've talked about those in the blog post, an Eisenhower matrix to help you figure out what's a priority, what isn't. The key I want you to catch with this is while it's an inexpensive option at only I think I paid $26 for this and it'll last me for a lifetime, there's just challenges with it. Yeah, I can search it. I can easily find content that I've posted in here before. But as you'll see, as I was flipping through just then, I was flipping multiple times because this covers an entire year's worth of information. So just to get from one tab to the next, at least using Notepad, which is the app I'm using, I'm having to go to the top and flip through pages. And you can see I'm searching, trying to get to from the monthly to the weekly preview so that you can see it. And I'm having trouble. It's not loading fast enough. I can't tell exactly what the next tab is going to be. I'm trying to find the one I want to show you here. So while this is a great option, it offers a habit tracker, daily processing, weekly. There's the weekly planning right there, and you can see some of the categories that it asks you to fill out. Um, Certainly, it's helping you think ahead from a weekly perspective. Here in a second, I'm going to start moving forward to try and show you the daily perspective as well. But you can see, I am skimming through page after page because as far as a file, it is one enormous file because it's covering the entire year. So there's just some challenges with the digital planner. All right, I hope that information helps you. If you're interested in them, again, I'll try and link to them in the notes so that you can take a look and buy whatever you're interested in using in your life. I'd love to hear your comments along these lines. Are you a paper or electronic planner type person? Do you even use a planner to keep yourself organized, or are you the type that has sticky notes all over the place? I'd really love to hear your comments. As always, thanks so much for joining me, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.